The whispers began subtly circulating through the narrow alleyways and bustling marketplaces of southern Lebanon. Hezbollah operatives were being injured in bizarre and unexpected explosions. These were small, almost intimate detonations, targeting individuals with chilling precision. Ordinary-looking pagers suddenly transformed into deadly weapons. Fear and paranoia gripped the ranks of Hezbollah. The explosions were part of a well-coordinated campaign. This was an assault on their sense of security. Lebanon, still bearing the scars of years of conflict, was thrust into a shadow war, a silent conflict waged in the realm of technology and intelligence. To comprehend the magnitude of the exploding pagers incident, one must first understand Hezbollah's unique communication infrastructure. In the late 90s and early 2000s, while the world embraced the internet and mobile phones, Hezbollah clung to the pager. This choice was a tactic to maintain operational secrecy and evade sophisticated surveillance by Israel. Pagers offered a rudimentary yet secure form of communication. Their signals were difficult to intercept and trace, ideal for an organization under constant surveillance. Commanders used them to dispatch orders and maintain communication across their network. Mossad had long been aware of Hezbollah's reliance on pagers. Hezbollah, fueled by Iranian support, gained strength and influence. Their secretive communication network posed a significant threat. Penetrating this secrecy became paramount. Mossad, known for daring operations, was tasked with neutralizing the threat. They needed a subtle, effective plan. Conventional methods were ineffective. A team of experts was assembled. Their mission: develop an unconventional solution. Success or failure could have far-reaching consequences. Mossad's solution was a testament to their ingenuity and ruthlessness. The plan was to transform Hezbollah's communication devices into weapons. Tiny, undetectable explosives were planted inside pagers, turning them into miniature bombs. The technical challenges were immense. The detonation mechanism had to be reliable and precise. Infiltrating Hezbollah's supply chain was the most dangerous part. It showcased Mossad's intelligence and the bravery of their operatives. Section 5. The Aftermath. Chaos and Confusion. The impact of the operation was immediate and devastating. Across southern Lebanon, Hezbollah operatives, accustomed to the reassuring beep of their pagers, were met with unexpected explosions. The small, concealed bombs, triggered remotely with chilling precision, inflicted severe injuries, maiming and killing those who believed themselves to be safe even within their strongholds. The explosion sent shockwaves through the organization, sowing confusion and distrust among the ranks. The very tool that had once been a symbol of their operational security, a lifeline connecting their clandestine network, was now a harbinger of death, a constant reminder of their vulnerability. The psychological impact of the attacks was perhaps even greater than the physical casualties. Fear and paranoia gripped the organization. The once invisible enemy had infiltrated their ranks, turning their own tools against them. The sense of security that had once been a hallmark of Hezbollah's operations was shattered, replaced by an atmosphere of suspicion and distrust. Section 6. Shifting Sands: Hezbollah's operational landscape. The exploding pagers incident marked a turning point in Hezbollah's operational history. The group, accustomed to dictating the terms of engagement, found themselves on the defensive, struggling to regain their footing in the face of an enemy who could strike at their very core. The incident forced them to reevaluate their tactics, their communication protocols, and their very approach to security. The immediate aftermath of the attack saw a complete overhaul of Hezbollah's communication infrastructure. Pagers, once ubiquitous, were swiftly abandoned, replaced by more secure, albeit less convenient methods of communication. The organization retreated into a shell, their movements becoming more clandestine, their communication more guarded. The incident also exposed vulnerabilities within Hezbollah's intelligence and counterintelligence capabilities. The fact that Mossad had managed to infiltrate their supply chain and execute such a sophisticated operation undetected raised serious questions about the organization's internal security. A frantic hunt for potential moles and collaborators ensued, further fueling the atmosphere of paranoia and distrust within the organization. Section 7. The Hunt for the Mole: Internal Strife and Suspicion. The exploding pagers incident triggered a wave of paranoia within Hezbollah, leading to a relentless hunt for potential collaborators within their ranks. The organization, known for its strict hierarchy and discipline, was now grappling with internal suspicion and mistrust. Every member, from the highest-ranking commander to the lowliest foot soldier, was under scrutiny, suspected of being a potential Israeli asset. This internal purge, while intended to root out potential traitors, had a corrosive effect on the organization's morale and cohesion. The atmosphere of fear and suspicion led to false accusations, internal rivalries, and a climate of fear that permeated all levels of the organization. The once unwavering trust that had been a hallmark of Hezbollah's strength was severely eroded. The hunt for the mole, however, remained largely unsuccessful. While there were rumors of arrests and internal purges, no concrete evidence emerged to identify those responsible for facilitating the Mossad operation. The lack of closure only deepened the sense of paranoia within the organization, casting a long shadow over their future operations. Section 8. The Global Stage Reactions and Repercussions. The exploding pagers incident sent ripples across the international intelligence community. It was a stark demonstration of Mossad's capabilities, their ability to operate with impunity even within the heart of a heavily fortified enemy territory. The incident also highlighted the changing nature of warfare, the blurring lines between conventional combat and covert operations in the digital age. The incident drew condemnation from some quarters, with accusations of Israel engaging in state-sponsored terrorism. Others, however, viewed it as a legitimate act of self-defense, a necessary response to the threat posed by Hezbollah. The incident sparked heated debates about the ethics of targeted killings, the use of unconventional warfare, and the delicate balance between security and human rights. The incident also had significant geopolitical ramifications. It strained already tense relations between Israel and Lebanon, fueling mistrust and increasing the likelihood of future conflict. The incident served as a stark reminder of the volatile nature of the Middle East, where even seemingly minor incidents could have far-reaching and unpredictable consequences. Section 9. The Moral Dilemma: Ends versus Means. The exploding pagers incident ignited a fierce debate about the ethics of covert operations, particularly the use of targeted killings as a tool of state policy. Proponents argued that such operations were a necessary evil, a justified response to the threat posed by terrorist organizations like Hezbollah, groups that operate outside the bounds of conventional warfare and pose a direct threat to civilian lives. Opponents, however, condemned the operation as a violation of international law and a dangerous precedent that could have far-reaching consequences. They argued that targeted killings, even when directed at individuals deemed to be terrorists, were extrajudicial executions that undermined the rule of law and fueled a cycle of violence and retribution. The debate over the exploding pagers incident highlighted the complex moral dilemmas inherent in modern warfare, particularly in the context of asymmetrical conflicts where one side operates with impunity and disregard for international norms. It raised fundamental questions about the limits of state power, the right to self-defense, and the very definition of terrorism. Section 10. The Shadow War Continues, a Legacy of Mistrust. The exploding pagers incident cast a long shadow over the Middle East, serving as a chilling reminder of the ongoing shadow war between Israel and Hezbollah. The incident underscored the volatile nature of the region, where even seemingly minor incidents can escalate rapidly with potentially catastrophic consequences. The incident also highlighted the evolving nature of warfare, the blurring lines between conventional combat and covert operations in the digital age. The legacy of the exploding pagers incident is one of heightened tension, mistrust, and a constant awareness of the ever-present threat of violence. The incident served as a stark reminder that the conflict between Israel and Hezbollah, despite periods of relative calm, remains unresolved, a smoldering ember that could ignite at any moment. The incident also had a profound impact on the tactics and strategies employed by both sides. Hezbollah, once reliant on pagers for their secure communication, was forced to adapt, adopting more sophisticated and harder-to-penetrate technologies. The incident served as a wake-up call, a stark reminder of their vulnerability and the need to constantly evolve their tactics to stay ahead of their adversaries.